The Velma announcement teaser has faced major backlash since its release. It is at 200,000 dislikes in only a few days because people are sick and tired of seeing franchises they love be taken, torn apart, and rebooted for modern audiences. But the story here only gets worse because while we initially heard they were making Velma a lesbian because this is a modern-day retelling of the story, plus other major characters were completely different than they were in every other movie and TV show, now it seems like that is a giant lie and all of the marketing so far has been a giant queerbait. I have a bunch of different things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month, or support the channel via YouTube membership. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So this is a Cosmic Book News article. It says Velma accused of queerbaiting, not gay but straight, in the Mindy Kaling series. Now I did talk about this series a couple of days ago because the trailer is just getting roasted and the dislikes have only gotten worse for them. I do think that people would be interested in a more adult-themed Scooby-Doo show, but unfortunately they took away key elements of the show, like the fact that Scooby-Doo is not in it because Scooby-Doo is the character that made it a kid's show originally, or at least that's what the writers of this series are saying. It says, though, in a sudden turn of events, it's revealed that Scooby-Doo's Velma might not actually be gay, but bisexual or even straight. Last week, Tuesday saw it confirmed that Velma is officially gay, as the new animated Trick or Treat Scooby-Doo movie confirmed Velma to be a lesbian, as the footage revealed that she had a crush on one of the characters. And of course, a lot of people were very confused by this because she has never been a lesbian in the past. Yes, I think it's safe to argue that she might have been bisexual because she has been kind of flirty with other female characters, but she has had a lot of relationships with male characters, and it seemed like a very sudden departure from the previous versions of the character that we've known. Now, of course, a major reason why a lot of people believed that she was a lesbian in this series is because you had people on this project confirming that she is. Tony Cervone, back in 2020, who is a producer, said, "I've said this before, but Velma in Mystery Incorporated is not bi, she's gay." And to make that claim even stronger, to make us believe that she is a lesbian, the same individual decided to post this on their Twitter right after the teaser announcement. It's got Velma, and it says Pride, and it says, "I obviously don't represent every version of Velma, but I am one of the key people that represents this one. We made our intentions as clear as we could 10 years ago. Most of our fans got it. To those that didn't, I suggest you look closer. There's no new news here." So, of course, when somebody who's working with a version of this character is coming out trying to push the fact that, oh, her sexuality is actually what you didn't expect it to be, people are going to raise an eyebrow and question what they're doing with the character. But with the Mindy Kaling series, we now know that Velma actually has a crush on Fred, and they are being accused of queerbaiting. It says, however, now the new HBO Max series, starring Mindy as the East Asian Velma, reveals a different story. The show's official Twitter account has come out and tweeted the cast and character descriptions where Velma, get this, has a crush on Fred. Of course, after pushing this idea that this is a new version of the character and she's a lesbian and she's going to, explore who she really is, they're deciding to change the marketing and admit that she is actually at least bisexual and she's not a lesbian. It says, "My secret crush on Fred has everything to do with Glenn Howerton's casting, and they are getting roasted on social media over this giant queerbait. A lot of people are very furious at them." A lot of people are just very disappointed with the direction they've decided to go in. They've changed characters around, they've removed characters, they're trying to create something for modern audiences, and of course the concept of modern audiences doesn't really exist. The people who are the closest to modern audiences are the Twitter users who screech about everything, who get triggered over everything, who hate everything that is not exactly the way they want it to be. If that's who you want to create a series for, go for it, but you're not going to get my views and my support. Back to the writing room. Stat. Okay, I mean, alternate universes exist, but this doesn't make any sense. It hasn't even been a minute. The problem here is that just a couple of days ago, they were going on about how this is going to be a different version of Velma, and she's going to be, you know, one sexuality, and now they're changing it in just a couple of days, and obviously that can't be because of the backlash. There's no possible way that they have already changed the content of the show because of the backlash, so this had to have been their plan all along, and they were just baiting us into either, you know, talking about the show so that there'd be controversy and maybe more viewership, or so that it just would trend on social media. And if we go on over to the trailer, the likes and dislikes are terrible for this teaser. It is currently sitting at 1.6 million views in only a couple of days, which is pretty decent, but it's sitting at only 26,000 likes to 203,000 dislikes. 200k dislikes, you'd expect maybe 100k likes. Nobody is showing up to support this series, and the comments are filled with people who are just roasting this show, and the writers and the voice actors. I mean, a lot of people already didn't like Mindy because she is a raging SJW, but now people are going to dislike her even more. Of course, you've got the Rings of Power comment format here where people are saying things like, when Velma bravely deleted the amount of dislikes, I literally had goosebumps. It was a stunning act. I still do not know where this template came from, but it is freaking hilarious. The part where Velma said, "Open your eyes, Link," sent shivers down my spine, an absolute masterclass of a show. I haven't seen the comments drastically drop, so I don't think they're deleting comments at this point, but it wouldn't surprise me if we heard about that, just because there is a lot of backlash surrounding this series right now, and we know how companies work. The people running the official YouTube accounts usually try to hide as much backlash as possible. It seems like the show is going to be a major disaster. It's supposed to be releasing in 2023. We don't know when that will be. Maybe this will just be a series that will end up being delayed. Everything will go quiet with it. Nobody will be talking about it for like a year, and then they'll end up releasing it at the very end of 2023, maybe even early 2024. We don't know at this point, but there is some major backlash surrounding this series, and now it's even being accused of queerbaiting. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.